When I worked as a teacher, we often had to do the same tasks over and over, day after day. And anytime I see something which can be automated, I have to automate it. I don't have a choice. So I wrote this program which I called Frequently Used School Tasks. If you start to type, the first few letters of a first name or last name is going to bring up all students whose names have those two letters in them. And one of the tasks I had to do often was to email parents. So let's click email for Diedrich. Let's just say he was eating, and he is a male. That's going to auto-address this email to the parents, but it's also going to save a log if a log doesn't already exist for Diedrich, because I like to keep notes of every call and email for every student. The standard spiel: good afternoon, my name is Johnny Mitchell, not my real name, and I am Diedrich's third period teacher. As you know, he is polite and respectful, but today he was eating in class. So I don't see that I need to make any changes to this. I'm just going to copy it and paste it into the email that's now ready to send. Let's see what else we can do. I'm going to type the first few letters again for a student, and this time we'll choose Sadie, and we're going to call. Okay, so it tells me the student is Sadie, the parent is Jovan, that looks like Sadie's father, and it gives me a cell phone and home phone that I can use to call Sadie's father. If I want to open up the phone log for a student, so let's go back to Diedrich and look at his phone log to see what's already in there. That pops open the existing phone log if one exists, or it'll create one. One common time-consuming task would be if we received a list of all the students going on a field trip. This is a list of 300 students going on a field trip. Looks like Wednesday morning. And we would have to go read through all 300 names to see which of them matched any of our students, which seemed like it could be done more efficiently. So my program has the option to check names. It says, can you click on one of the names? Okay, I will click on one of the names, and it is going to search all of these names for all of the students that I have. It searches for any two words which match. So it's looking at the first and last name. If there's a middle name, it'll search that also, but really it's looking for the first and last name, comparing it to my student's first and last name. And it looks like I do have about 10 or 12 students here, but none of them are in my first period, so I don't have to worry about this list at all. Finally, probably the most common thing that I had to do was write hall passes, and since we're just filling out that hall pass with the date and time, it seemed like a perfect job for a computer. If I click hall pass, it's going to ask me where this student is going. We'll say the student is going to Ms. Hackett's room, and automatically creates the hall pass with the current date, time. It wants to print it. Going to Ms. Hackett's room automatically populates Ms. Hackett's room number and signs it Mr. Mitchell, not my real name. If you notice that the some of these words are a little bit off alignment vertically or horizontally, that's because I needed to match this exactly with the hall pass that the school was already using. So I matched the font, the boxes, the lines, pixel for pixel, to make it look exactly like the current hall pass. That way staff members, it would look familiar to them. And that is my frequently used tasks.